It's time for our main event. Juan Manuel Marquez, one of boxing's pound-for-pound best, a Mexican legend.
Marquez looking to knock this man out.
A knockout artist. An unrelenting warrior. Coming off a controversial split decision loss to Manny Pacquiao, a fight he, as well as many other ringside observers, thought he'd won. He's now moving up in weight to face a former Olympic medalist with a storied amateur career, riding a scorching winning streak and finally getting the recognition he's longed for and deserved. The linear lightweight world champion, Joel Casamayor.
Oh, what a shocking turn of events.
It's a clash of similar styles, of unrelenting heart and unparalleled patriotism. It is in many respects a do-or-die situation for each fighter. Marquez, as he seeks to get back on track by becoming a world champion once more, and Casamayor, who's absolutely no interest in relinquishing what he has waited so long to achieve. It's time for the main event, the matchup you've all been waiting for. Casamayor Marquez for the lightweight championship of the world. Tonight's Golden Boy promotion is presented by MGM Grand, Maximum Vegas, by Tecate Beer, Cerveza con Character, and by HBO Pay-Per-View, the best in pay-per-view entertainment, brought to you by HBO.
We are coming to you live here at the beautiful MGM Grand Garden Arena. Packed house. You can feel the energy in the air in this Mexican Independence Day weekend, being brought to you, of course, by Golden Boy Promotions. And it is time now for the main event, with Cuba's Joel Casamayor going up against Mexico's Juan Manuel Marquez. Usually both of these guys, gentlemen, in the ring and out of the ring. But in this case, there is some bad blood brewing. Trouble from the press conference, from the weigh-in. Both fighters have a history. Speaking of the press conference, here we are, the final press conference in LA, both wearing sombreros. And this is a very animated Joel Casamayor, being very disrespectful, putting the hands in the face of Marquez, touching Marquez, throwing the hat off. A lot of bad blood. Marquez at the weigh-in last night, looking very fit, always in shape. His first time stepping up to the lightweight division, and he has his hands full, facing the linear champion, and there he is, Joel Casamayor, always making the weight, looking in phenomenal shape, and a little trouble even at the weigh-in itself. Again, with the mouths flapping and the bad words being exchanged by the two. Cuba and Mexico, a lot of pride at stake, and flags being taunted in front of each other. We got a barn burner on our hands here. Both of these fighters have a history of putting on great fights. Both of these fighters have pride at stake, have a career fight at stake, with Marquez going up for the first time fighting for the lightweight division, and Casamayor not wanting to relinquish the title that he's been having for a long time. So let's go to ringside, and Barry and Ron, take us to it.
All right, thanks very much, Mario. Well, we come to the main event. Obviously, it's a night for the 30-somethings. Bernard Forrest already showed us that. Now we got a couple of other guys that are in their 30s, but these are two guys who could still really bring it.
Well, they can, Barry, and two guys in desperate circumstance. They both know they can't afford to lose this fight. Marquez moved up here. He's chasing Manny Pacquiao. He doesn't get to Pacquiao if he can't handle Casamayor. Casamayor's at 37. There's already some people whispering about him. He knows he can't lose this fight, and he's already won the yapping end of the fight. We'll see if he can win the fighting end of the fight.
Well, both these guys are counterpunchers. That's their nature. But Marquez, and you touched upon this earlier, is a guy who in his last couple fights against Pacquiao has been the aggressor, and he says, I'm going to bring that to this dance as well.
I believe he'll do that. He doesn't trust the judges in Nevada. He doesn't think he gets a fair shake. He knows he has to push it, and he knows that he's in with a guy in Casamayor who wants to set traps, wants him to lead, but he believes he can do it and do it safely.
Casamayor says, if he doesn't come to me, well then, I will come to him. Juan Manuel Marquez, a guy, of course, who really wants to do well on Mexican Independence Day.
For Juan Manuel Marquez, the mountains of Mexico are a symbol of his rugged grit and steadfast determination. A top 10 pound-for-pound fighter for over a decade, Marquez has finally emerged out of the shadows of the other great Mexican warriors and become a living Mexican legend. Marquez is a warrior in the true tradition of Mexican fighters, but he brings with him all the tools of a craftsman to the ring. He carries the pride of a nation and the skill of a surgeon. And tonight, over 100 years later, he honors the great tradition of Mexican Independence Day by facing a challenge and stepping up in weight to face the most dangerous opponent of his career, Joel Casamayor. Casamayor defines the term pro. He's seen it all and done it all. All that is, except beat the great Mexican champion. They say when you're hot, you're hot. And with 5 wins in a row, 3 by knockout, the gold medalist from the Olympic Games and the linear lightweight world champion Casamayor is on fire. He's been training with a fury, and he hopes to spoil the Mexican Independence Day celebration Marquez has planned.
For me, this fight is like the final fight at the Olympic Games. That's how big it is for me. This is going to be one of the biggest fights I had in my life. I am going to show the world that we are 2 fighters, 2 warriors, a Cuban and a Mexican, that are going to collide. We are going to show the world that we are 2 world-class fighters, Cuba versus Mexico. I think that Joel Casamayor is the toughest fighter that I can face in the 135-pound division. I know that September 13th will be a great challenge for me. I know it won't be easy to come out a winner. It'll be a great challenge because Joel Casamayor is a great fighter and the best in that division.
It's a battle worthy of Mexican Independence Day with a storyline for all the world to see. A Mexican warrior emerging from the shadows of his predecessors steps up in weight to face his toughest opponent. The linear lightweight champion of the world, a Cuban Olympic gold medalist with a storied amateur career. Casamayor versus Marquez, the challenge for the lightweight championship of the world and for all that makes the sport of boxing what it is.
Coming to the ring at this time, 3-time world champion challenger tonight, and ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we will do 3 national anthems. First of all, please rise for the Mexican national anthem to be performed tonight by Abraham Vitarsi.
Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero aprestad y el bridón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Ciño patria tus sienes de oliva, de la paz el arcángel divino, que en el cielo tu eterno destino por el dedo de Dios se escribió. Mas si osare un extraño enemigo profanar con su planta tu suelo, pienso patria querida que el cielo un soldado en cada hijo te dio, un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero aprestad y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. ¡Viva México!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here to perform the Cuban national anthem, please welcome Rolando Jose.
¿Dónde están los cubanos?
Al combate corred vaya meses, que la patria os contempla orgullosa. No temáis una muerte gloriosa, que morir por la patria es vivir. En cadenas vivir no es vivir. En afrenta y oprobios sumidos, del clarín escuchar el sonido, a las armas valientes correr. ¡Viva Cuba!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we welcome back a young lady who's sung the anthem here many times before at the MGM Grand. Here to sing the Star-Spangled Banner, Jasmine Villegas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So we come to our main event. This for the World Lightweight Championship. Joel Casamayor, 36 up, 3 down with a draw. And Juan Manuel Marquez. We're at the MGM Grand here in Las Vegas. Here are the numbers. Casamayor at 37 years of age and Marquez at 35. A ton of experience between these two, and otherwise very little to choose. A slight reach advantage for the Cuban Casamayor. With that, what's left is to get on with it. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. A fighter cannot be saved with a bell in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight. Barry Tompkins, Rod Borges alongside to tell you all about it from here in Las Vegas.
Coming to the ring, 3-time world champion, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez.
Juan Manuel Marquez has made this trip many, many times.
A very confident fighter, confident in himself, in both his technical skills and his physical gifts. You know, he's coming in here now to fight 135 pounds for the first time in his career. A lot of guys would not have picked Joel Casamayor to open your lightweight career, but he believes he's the best and he wants to fight the best. Casamayor is a linear champion and he wants to take him on and believes he has all you need to win.
Well, we're going to find out.
What you don't know is how he's going to react to that move up in weight once again.
Well, and that's a factor. I mean, he has been dropped by guys at lighter weights.
He has. Barrera put him down, or if the Pacquiao put him down 4 times in the 2 fights. And so you do have to wonder.
Now coming to the ring, three-time champion and defending world champion Juan El Cepillo Casamayor.
Joel Casamayor, he won the Olympic gold medal back in 1992 while still living in Cuba. Lives now in Miami. And he is a guy that has gotten better with age.
He has, actually. There was a point in time where you didn't even want to watch him fight. And I know you were at a lot of those fights because you had no choice.
I called some of those fights I didn't want to watch.
But he's become a lot more pleasing fighter. As he's gotten older, you know, he's been forced to engage a little bit more. His escapability has dropped off a little bit. He's still, you know, not going to rush in there. But, you know, you can see right there where he comes right over to Marquez. That goes all the way back to the amateur boxing and Olympic training with the Cubans. They're a cocky group.
Yeah, no question about it. He says nothing replaces experience, and that's what I bring to this party. Let's go to Michael Buffer once more at the official introduction of the fighters. Michael?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, in association with Romanza Boxing Promotions, is proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the Ring Magazine Lightweight Championship of the World. Sponsored by Tecate Cerveza con Character, Cazadores, the one with the deer on it, Affliction Clothing, and Southwest Airlines low fares, no hidden fees. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman John Bailey, Executive Director Keith Kaiser. At ringside, the three judges scoring this bout, should it go the distance: Glenn Feldman, Patricia Morse-Jarman, and Paul Smith. And inside the ring, the man in charge of the action, referee Tony Weeks. And now, for the thousands in attendance here at the MGM Grand and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red, official weight 135 pounds. Professional record 48 victories, including 35 knockouts, 4 defeats, 1 draw. From Ciudad de Mexico, the challenger, 2-time featherweight and former super featherweight champion of the world, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing black, officially weighing 135 pounds. This Olympic gold medal champion now has a professional record consisting of 36 victories, including 22 knockouts, with 3 defeats and 1 draw. By way of Guantanamo, Cuba, now fighting out of Miami, Florida, 3-time world champion, the reigning, defending Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, Juan El Cepillo Casamayor.
Okay, here we go. All right, caballeros, ustedes recibieron sus instrucciones. Mira, aquí está bien, aquí no. Mira, aquí está bien, aquí no. De la cintura para arriba. Yo quiero una pelea limpia. Escúcheme, cuídate. Listos, vámonos.
And with that, we are set to go in this fight. And this is a fight that many people, we among them, of course, have been looking forward to for a long time. Casamayor and Marquez.
Fired up for this. They can't ring that bell sooner. Let's get going.
Round one. And of course, you only have to harken back to Marquez's fight with Pacquiao. The first fight, he was down 3 times in the first round. Still almost won the fight.
And some people will insist that he did. He ends up with a draw.
And the question of this fight is who will be the aggressor? Quick exchange. Neither man getting the better of it. Casamayor kind of channeling Marvin Hagler here. Got the bearded look.
You like the bearded hair,
shaved head.
I was thinking of a miniature Kimbo Slice.
Chopping right hand, double right hand.
Two good right
Marquez.
hands on Marquez. That's what he likes to do, is count.
No secrets among these two guys. They've both seen everything there is to be seen in a ring. Casamayor has never been knocked out, and that's significant. Left hand by Casamayor slipped in.
And Marquez is in a position where he has to adjust to now being at 135. He also has to make adjustments for being in there with a southpaw, which always can cause problems.
Slip the right hand in. Casamayor not beyond wanting to rough up an opponent however he can. Long left hand, and he takes a left hand in return, does Marquez. Nice combination by Casamayor. Casamayor being a more aggressive fighter than we expected to see.
We promised that he would. They're both sort of looking to come through. A lot at stake here, and they know it. Their futures.
Good job by Casamayor. Just put a glove in the face of Marquez and came with the left hand. Straight right by Marquez and a counter left by Casamayor. Good right hand slipped in by Marquez. And a big left hand from Casamayor. Each man much more on the offensive than I expected to see in the first round.
Well, we talked about 2 counter punches, and now we're looking at almost at 2 guys who aren't. Neither guy wants to counter.
Very close first round.
Yeah, when you hit him in there, it's fine. Only a little bit. Take some distance and keep your rhythm and throw 2 jabs. And fine, so you can. Hey, you give him the first couple of rounds. That's it. Then it's yours. How are you feeling? Throw your punches to the side. Careful of the head.
That's generous. Give him the first couple of rounds.
Yes, Nacho Barrister not usually that generous. You're exactly right. Odd instructions.
Very close first round.
Thought those left hands from Casamayor probably carried the day.
I gave it to Casamayor.
You're an orthodox fighter in there with a southpaw. That's what you're most worried about, is that straight right hand coming down the pipe.
And again, a counter left hand from Casamayor, an excellent counter puncher. Good body shot from Marquez.
You make a mistake against either one of these guys, and the other guy's going to make you pay for it. Technically sound,
Yeah, both these guys, absolutely. Left hand from Casamayor, not a big one. Right now, Casamayor seems to be a little bit quicker than Marquez.
Well, that's one of the things moving up the weight. You wonder. You talk about the power, but you also wonder, is he going to lose a little speed?
An exchange, but neither man landing the punch there. Nor there. Body shot, perhaps, by Marquez. Marquez trying to work the body early in this fight.
This is one of the few times in Casamayor's career where he's been in a big fight where he's the bigger guy. Normally he was looking at corrals from people like that. So he believes he's stronger.
Uppercut and right hand from Marquez and a left hand from Casamayor. And the crowd very much into this fight. A wave going on here at the MGM.
Not too many people waving at Casamayor.
No.
This is a Marquez crowd. And they are fired up and should.
Very active crowd, I'll say that. And again, a very close second round here as well.
They're being very cautious. You can see that there's a lot of respect for each side.
The same way you're doing. Throwing 2 or 3 punches.
Well, there's our host here, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar has been omnipresent around and about the MGM the last couple of days. And next to him, Ricky Hatton, who's going to be fighting for Oscar for Golden Boy Productions in November.
And Oscar, of course, has his fight in December. You see him on the inside here. They're both giving themselves enough room to work on the inside and score on the inside. Pretty even exchange, which of course leads Casamayor to shake his head no.
We come to round 3, a very difficult fight to judge so far. I gave the first round to Casamayor, the second to Marquez. But you could probably make a case for either fighter in either round. Counter left hand again by Casamayor. Never fails to counter.
Well, that's his best punch. And Marquez knows that. And he knows that when he tries to come inside, he's running that risk.
Again right there.
As he just did.
Nice combination by Marquez that time. And that right hand actually backed Casamayor up. Saw the punches thrown in round number 2 comparable.
For both these guys, it's difficult to land against a guy who is as proficient as your opponent is. Normally, in this kind of situation where you have 2 guys that are highly skilled defensive experts, you don't talk much about their defense. Now, the one thing with Marquez you always wonder about is in the big fights, he seems to find one round where he either loses his focus mentally and he ends up getting knocked down. His recuperative powers are tremendous. Nice low blow there.
Yeah, it sure was. Casamayor gets out of there. Tony Weeks says keep him up. Yeah, I think that's right. That's costing. And especially in a fight like this, neither fighter can afford a 10-8 round against him.
No, the margin for error is very slim.
Nice combination slipped in by Marquez. And finishes it with a left to the chest.
They're both missing a lot more than Atlanta, I think, in part because they both have a healthy respect for what the other guy can do when he counters.
Yeah, there hasn't really been a solid shot thrown in this fight yet. A lot of action. Good body shot from Marquez, but he had a reach. Long right hand, just got there by Marquez. Coming down to the end of round number 3.
Yeah, go in, but don't fall all over him. You'll hit his head. Yeah. You got to finish him. You're doing good. You're moving well. You got to use his speed. Careful with the right hand to the body. He says it didn't hurt, but it hurt him. Careful for the headbutt. Follow the instructions.
Well, that's a lot to think about for Manuel Marquez. Both fighters, of course, are counter punchers, although there was a right hand lead by Marquez.
But he countered there. And both guys, that's what they're looking for every time they're in there. Very difficult if you're a judge judging this fight.
Really? Well, and the numbers bear that out. So far, the total connects through 3 rounds. Marquez 30 and Casamayor 29. 4-punch combination by Marquez, best of the fight.
If you can come in the proper distance and unload a 4-punch combination like that, you're not going to get countered.
Slip the right hand in there. I told Marquez, don't rush in. Be careful of the headbutt.
And the right to the body.
Good left hand. And then a right hand by Marquez and another one. Back Casamayor up. Marquez being much more effective this round.
But Casamayor caught him with a counter, too.
Left hand by Casamayor. And another left hand counter by Casamayor. And a right hand by Marquez.
This is beautiful boxing by both of these fighters. This is what you're paying to watch. And if you're a young boxer at home and want to learn how to box, watch these two guys.
There was a near clash of heads.
Well, they both dive in there sometimes.
Good left hand by Casamayor again.
That's the same kind of left hand that put Marquez down against Manny Pacquiao.
Well, he's finding a home for that left hand. Good jab as well. Left hand again.
These are the kind of fights that Marquez traditionally so far in Nevada hasn't won. Close fights, 2 top guys, not much to pick between them. These find a way to go the other way.
These are very close rounds. I mean, honestly, I believe so far, including this round, you can make a case for either fighter in every round.
Well, these are the kind of fights you argue about at the barbershop. Or if you're Casamayor at the waxing stand.
Marquez was very good early in this round, but Casamayor has been effective at the end of the round. Good body work by Casamayor, and then he takes a right hand backing out from Marquez. I'll tell you what, this is an absolute action fight. Exactly as advertised so far.
You won that round really easy. That was good. 1, 2, 3. That's a combination.
Looks like a little nick
got a nick,
over the eye.
And he has a history of cutting. So that was one of the
You
things.
can be first. You be first. When you use the right hand.
And in the audience, a look at Winky Wright, another outstanding champion.
He's been MIA for a while, but he'll be back in 2009. Still one of the top defensive boxers in the world.
Yeah, got to be appreciating what he's watching with these two guys tonight.
He's probably the one guy more than anybody else in this whole room who understands exactly what's going on.
Yeah. They want to take some of the Vaseline off the right eye of Casamayor. It's a little bit of a cut. I don't think right now, at least, it's a problem.
No, but with his history, if you're in the corner, you're concerned about that.
That left hand for Casamayor has been effective and consistent. Marquez combination.
It's a sort of fight where it's a close fight. At this point, the feel of it is that it's Casamayor's fight after the first 4 rounds. Not by a lot, but by enough.
He's big right hand slipped in by Marquez. Marquez has had the bigger individual punches, but Casamayor has been the more consistent fighter. As we said, a judge's nightmare so far, I think. Marquez said that wasn't low. Tony Weeks disagrees.
Didn't look to me like it was low.
Didn't to me either.
Got his belt up there by his chest. So.
Now there is a little bit of blood coming from that cut above the eye of Casamayor.
It'll be interesting to see if Marquez starts to open up here a little bit more, to press the action.
I think he's got to really respect that left hand of Casamayor.
Oh, no question.
I'll tell you, I said that that cut was just a little bit of a nick, but
it's no more than a nick now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm not so sure it's just a little nick now. It's something that they're going to have to be concerned about. Missed with the left hand, got there with the right.
Snuck a short right hand in there, Marquez did when he got on the inside. You see the blood now starting to bother Casamayor a little bit.
Nice combination from Marquez that drove Casamayor into the ropes. Sharp right hand by Casamayor, or rather by Marquez. And that blood continues to come down ever increasingly. Thought a big round for Marquez.
They got to go to work on the corner here.
That is a pretty good sized cut. It was a nick after the last round. Right now, it's probably an inch and a half.
Throw 2 rights.
Jacob Duran, good cut.
Rights. He's ready to go. Close your eyes.
That perfect right hand, then he slips the counter.
Marquez much more aggressive in that last round. I thought he If anybody has dominated any round so far, it was that round for Marquez. And I have an idea he'll stay on the gas here.
That Casamayor, that cut is a lot deeper and wider than it looked. His nose looks like he's definitely bleeding from there, and he may have a problem. He's starting to look all of those 37 years.
Well, he's still very much in this fight, at least on my card.
He is. But he's starting to bust up all the things that start to happen to you.
Yeah, that cut is something that really could get, it's bad now and it could get worse.
Well, Marquez will do all he can to try to make sure it doesn't get better. You can see he's got that right hand loaded.
I don't think tender loving care is on his agenda. Nice combination again.
Well, Marquez is now starting to press his advantage. Every round we seem to have one of these.
Yeah.
Whether it's a low blow or
that one did
it's a
low.
connection of heads. Casamayor does have a reputation for flaunting the rules if he needs to.
Well, it may get to that for him. That counter again from Casamayor, although he took a left hand to get that counter in. Marquez clearly trying to work that eye. Good combination inside by Marquez.
Casamayor has to find some answer now to turn the tide back. You know, fights tend to ebb and flow. And for the last 2 rounds, Marquez has been the guy setting the pace. Casamayor has to try to come up with some idea to get some way to get that straight left hand back in there again.
Yeah, and Marquez right now is not being countered as easily by Casamayor. Well, there was a left hand by Casamayor. The right hand, sharp right hand by Marquez. And now blood from the nose of Casamayor as well. Your point's well taken, Ron. He's starting to get busted up.
It's beginning to look like the face of a guy who's all of those 37 years.
Double right hand, and that got Casamayor's attention. And another right hand. Another good round for Marquez.
Good round for Marquez. He just looks a little faster and a lot fresher.
Close your eye. You got
Yeah, we're going to tape it up right now.
We got some tape right here.
Give me some gauze. Give me grease. Now it's not. Pick up your head a little bit and throw combinations.
You'll see here Marquez starting to press the advantage. Casamayor now reaching when he tries to counter and not landing. And then Marquez comes forward with that right hand, which has been very effective for him.
Yeah, Marquez had 2 strong rounds in a row. Look at that looping right hand. And Casamayor just has had no answer. That cut over the right eye of Casamayor is a serious cut. He also was bleeding from the nose in the last round.
That last right hand on the replay is the kind of punch that a young Casamayor doesn't get hit by that.
Well, Casamayor had to suck it up to win his last fight. He was behind on all the cards going to the 10th round against Cassidis. Managed to get him out of there in the 10th round.
He did, but, you know, I think that because of the way the spectacular knockout with the counter left hand, I think made a lot of people forget the trouble that he had gotten into, even though he dropped him twice early. But then he was down himself in the 6th, and the fight was starting to slip away from him. And then Cassidis made the kind of mistake that Marquez will not make.
Marquez really working him. Real craftsman right now. up and down, body, then the head, and getting out of harm's way before Casamayor, a great counterpuncher, can counterpunch. There's way low. Way low.
Está bien? Okay. Good for leave. Here we go.
Tony Weeks again with a warning.
That may not have been as much of an accident as it might appear at first flush.
There's a right hand that Casamayor never saw. And another right on the button.
Casamayor is starting to have a lot of difficulties here. He's getting caught when he tries to move inside into punching range, and he's getting caught when he tries to get out.
And significantly not able to counterpunch as well as he did early. Left hand got in by Marquez. I don't think the cut is affecting Casamayor's vision. I just think Marquez is out quicking him.
Yeah, at this point, actually, the corner's done a good job on that cut. It's about Marquez. And even though he's giving several inches in up and reach, Marquez, he's able to get in there at the right punching distance like he did just there.
That was great. A left to the body, a right and a left to the head.
That's textbook boxing.
And another left hand slipped in. And Casamayor, right at the moment, does not have an answer.
Well, what you're seeing is this is why Marquez is still among the top 5 pound-for-pound fighters in the world, even though he lost to Manny Pacquiao.
Another outstanding round for Juan Manuel Marquez.
Marquez started slowly, but he seems that... There's Mike Tyson at ringside.
A familiar face.
He's been in these arenas many times, filled out a lot of buildings in Las Vegas.
Yes, he has.
Come on, give me some there. Throw combinations. If you do, you're going to beat him easy. Combinations, you're going to get him. Don't throw just one punch. Yeah, you're going to force him to throw a lot of. You might knock him out.
You can see on the replay here just how much quicker his hands are. He gets on the inside, bip, bip.
Yeah, quite honestly, Nacho Beristain asking for more combinations. I thought Marquez threw a ton of combinations.
Yeah, he's throwing them more and more now, and appears to be more comfortable in what he can safely do.
Marquez landing at a 48% clip in the last round, 20 of 42 punches. Casamayor just 13 of 45.
It's hard to be much more accurate than that.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely been effective.
You know, and he seems unbothered by being in there with a full-fledged 135-pound guy. I mean, he's been hitting with some flush shots. Nothing seems to bother.
They have done a nice job on that cut, as you mentioned. Again, Marquez gets in with a combination. Not a devastating combination, but nonetheless, both punches landed.
Jacob Duran's one of the top cut men in the country, and he has done a very good job. That could have been a problem. And still may be a problem, but they've stopped it.
Casamayor slips a left in.
You know, Casamayor was upset about the size of the ring. It's a 20-foot ring here, which he felt was played to Marquez's advantage. He had an 18-foot ring against Katsidis, which he also felt played to Katsidis' advantage as a power puncher. So he believes there's a sort of conspiratorial thing going on, even though they're both promoted by the same guy, Oscar De La Hoya.
Didn't like 18, he didn't like 20. What does he want?
Well, at the moment, I think he'd like Yankee Stadium.
That would be good. Marquez again continues to rip right hands. Oh, a jab.
Difference in his hand speed and his reaction time.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because early on he was getting countered whenever he tried to get in. There's a left hand from Casamayor. But in the last few rounds, Marquez has been able to get in, land combinations, and get out.
Except he just ate a left hand there.
There's an overhand right. This is actually a little bit better round for Casamayor.
And they're giving good action. You know, the concern was that it could turn into a tactical fight where neither guy really goes on the offense much, and that has not been the case.
No, I think they both actually pressed the fight. That time was Marquez who countered. Marquez missed an uppercut, but came back with a right hand. And another combination right on the chin.
He's reaching Casamayor with some heavy shots.
Well, even though this was a better round, I felt, for Casamayor, I still believe Marquez won it.
More combinations. When he's attacking, you got to throw combination. When he counter punches you, you got to come back with something. Both hands. Go ahead.
You can see both records past 8 rounds. Pretty darn good.
The jab, harder. Jab. And then the right hand. In that round, when you walked in, you stopped.
There's the counter that Casamayor was hoping to land, and the one that has made him famous and a world champion. There it is, bang. And then slip back. But one of the things that strikes me about, or has struck me in this fight about Casamayor, is his escapability is not what it used to be even a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And that was always so much part of his game.
Which may be why he is pressing the fight a little bit more.
Sure, you're forced to do that. You're in punching range and you might as well be punching. Because the other option's not so good. But he used to frustrate a lot of opponents. Because he was never there to be hit.
Casamayor getting there with a left hand again.
The fast jab by Marquez lands.
The power punches through 8 rounds. As you can see, Marquez with a much higher connect rate. He's thrown more and he's landed more. And that time was Marquez countering.
This is a very close round.
There have been a lot of close rounds in this fight.
Casamayor doing a little bit better. The thing you always sit on the edge of your chair is Marquez going to make that mistake that leads to the straight left hand that Manny Pacquiao put him down with.
Blood once again from the cut over the left eye, over the right eye of Casamayor.
Nice counter left hand. Caught Marquez flush coming in.
Much better round for Casamayor.
Just what we were talking about, the kind of punch that he doesn't see and he gets in trouble.
Casamayor, Marquez with the combination.
A little flash of heads there on the inside. Well, Marquez has certainly made it clear that he can fight and belongs in the 135-pound division.
Absolutely.
It's a jammed division with a lot of talent.
He took a left hand from Casamayor
and he
offers a left hand of his own. Seconds remaining here in round 9. Nice combination from Casamayor.
That's the kind of combination that in these close rounds, one judge says, I'm going with Casamayor, another guy says, I'm going with Marquez, and then at the end, you end up with another one of these decisions that Marquez has been playing.
Well, and you can definitely see that writing on the wall here. Right now, I have Marquez in front by 3
Everything is
points,
good.
but
You're doing well.
I could easily see how it could be the other way.
Sure, there's several rounds you can go.
Come on, they throw 3 and 4 punches. Come on. You got to do something. It's yours. How many rounds are left? Close your eyes. Combination. If you throw combinations, you eat them up. You eat them up. Nice, beautiful combinations.
Well, I think his charge has been doing that, to tell you the truth, for the most part.
Although I suppose if you're Nacho, you want to keep pushing.
And I'm sure that's what that is, kind of being a cheerleader. These two have been together forever. Marquez is the consummate pro.
Nacho, one of the top trainers in the world, has been for a long time. When he was a young trainer, 21, 22, he had a lot of.
None of those punches landed by Casamayor. Casamayor actually did outwork Marquez in the 9th round. He threw more punches and he landed more punches, and he landed them at a higher percentage.
And he landed that big combination at the end of the round, which could very well give him the round. Well, we'll see if he can keep pushing that sort of pace and taking the play away from Marquez, which is what he's going to need to do.
Casamayor reaching with a body shot. Took a body shot from Marquez. Marquez not quite as active as he was in the middle rounds.
Well, he has slowed a little, and Casamayor has come on a little bit.
Both got there. Big right hand from Marquez. Best single shot of the fight for Marquez.
And then Casamayor tries to showboat, and he gets hit with a left hand. I never understand that theory of shaking your head like it didn't hurt you when there's 12,000 people who saw that it did.
I just think it's instinct. Nice combination again by Marquez.
Marquez has taken the play away from Casamayor once again, which he needed to do because Casamayor was starting to have a little more success than he had in the middle range.
Again, left to the body, right to the head.
Beautiful combination. Casamayor's nose bleeding again. May very well be broken. Been bleeding for about 7 or 8 rounds.
Right hand by Marquez, and then he ducked under a left hand from Casamayor. Jab. Sharp jab. Big end of this 10th round by Marquez.
Which is what he needs to separate himself and make these rounds easier for the judges to decide. That nose can be a problem now because that's going to affect your breathing, and it's 10 tough rounds.
Yeah, everything good, but you're staying too close and you're receiving the left hand. Yeah, come on, move a little bit more. Throw a combination. When you catch him, move. Throw that hook and a lot of jab and put some pressure on him.
Let's see Marquez here. Now he really starts to take the play away. This is that straight right hand, knocks him back. Left hand, right hand.
Let's go.
Body, there's that combination you were talking about earlier, that left the body and right to the head.
Very good. Last part of that round, probably the last minute and a half of that round was all.
Probably the easiest round of the 10 to score. Well, Marquez is hoping that he's doing enough here now to finally be in a position here that when if they go to the judges, he leaves with his hand raised. That's that straight right hand again.
And that was blocked that time by Marquez. This is round 11. Battle for the lightweight championship of the world.
I think Casamayor is being forced to be a little more aggressive than he would have normally choose to be.
To the right hand from Marquez.
He knows this fight is not going the way he thought it would unfold. His problem is he hasn't been able to find a way to keep landing that straight left with any consistency the way he did early in the fight. Well, he did just there, didn't he?
Yeah.
And that can change things for completely for him.
Having a better round again is Casamayor. And there's the counter left. And the left hand by Marquez. Crowd going to react every time Marquez scores, so that could be a little bit misleading.
Or even if he doesn't.
That's true.
Good body shot by him.
Actually, I think there's a good round for Casamayor. Well, took a good shot right there.
You're looking at two of the best boxers in the world. They're doing damage to each other. They're coming forward. A lot of times people see a brawl, they think that's a good fight.
And he drops him with a big right hand.
Big right hand. He's in a lot of trouble. See if he can weather these last 20 seconds.
Got 20 seconds to go, and Marquez will come in for the jump on him. Tries to get him turned. It won't take a lot. Marquez trying to finish the deal here. Remember, Casamayor has never been knocked out. He's down again, and that's it. It's over. Juan Manuel Marquez is the champion.
That's just what Marquez wanted. That's the performance he wanted. He wanted to be dominant, and he was.
And what a shot it was that put him down the first time. And they will put Casamayor on a stool and tend to him. And Marquez, to the joy of this largely Latino crowd, will take all of this in. That is a huge win for Juan Manuel Marquez, stepping up to the lightweight division and really showing that he belongs. He fought a very tough guy, and he knocked out that very tough guy who had never before been down. He'd been down, but not out. First time that Casamayor has ever been stopped. And give it up for Juan Manuel Marquez, 35 years old, out of Mexico City, in his 11th title fight. He wins the 7th title fight of those 11 that he had been in. The last minute of the last round, Marquez outlanded Casamayor 10-2. Casamayor had started that round as though he was starting to get himself back into this fight. I thought he had a very good early part of that round, and then Marquez came with that right hand, put him down, and after that he finished him like true champions do. Let's take a look at the knockout. Knockdown. This is the first knockdown. He missed with the left hand, and there's the right hand right on the chin, the way you draw it up in the gym. And really, Casamayor did not recover after that. But this is a real pro who gets Casamayor turned, hits him with the left hand here, and then comes with a huge right hand once again and dropped him right there
and he was not going to get up. Stepping in immediately was Tony Weeks and saying, that's it, it's over. Look at that right hand. Thing of beauty. And he did a great job of getting turned, not let him clinch, not let him grab, not let him use the ropes to his advantage and spin off. He just never let him get away. That's what champions are, a great finisher. Let's go to the decision now. We'll make it official with Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes, 55 seconds of round number 11. He is now the Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world. Damas y caballeros de Ciudad de Mexico, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez.
Well, you're looking at a true champion. He has now been a champion in the featherweight division, in the super featherweight division, and now in the lightweight division. And who knows what's next for this man. He'd like a piece of Pacquiao again. Felt like he beat him maybe twice. And he's going to remember that he was in a fight as well. Here are the final numbers. Marquez with a 31% connect percentage. Casamayor actually threw more punches, but significantly Marquez landed more punches and without question landed more power punches, and that was the difference in the fight. Most importantly, great fighters are usually great finishers, and that is what Juan Manuel Marquez was tonight. Let's go to Ron Borges with the winner. Ron?
Juan Manuel, you wanted an impressive performance in your first. When you moved up to the lightweight, the right hand obviously finished him off. But going in, what was your plan? How did you set up that right hand?
Juan Manuel, tú querías una victoria impresionante, debutando en la 135. Tu derecha hizo el trabajo. ¿Qué piensas?
Buen trabajo, yo creo que veníamos bien preparados. Nosotros veníamos para pelear por los mexicanos y para los mexicanos y me siento muy contento. Un abrazo para toda esta afición.
We came well prepared. We knew what we had to do. We wanted to fight for the Mexican people. I love them. Thank you.
Juan, you said one of the reasons you moved up was you're chasing Manny Pacquiao. Did you make a statement here tonight?
Una de las razones que tú te moviste para las 135 libras era para seguir buscando a Manny Pacquiao. No. Hiciste lo que querías.
Yo creo que esa era la ocasión y era la oportunidad, por eso nos subimos a la 135, pero bueno, hay muchos peleadores buenos en esta división y yo voy a pelear con mi promotor diga.
Yeah, exactly. We moved up to get Pacquiao. This was a beautiful occasion. That's what we want, but we'll fight anybody who my promoter wants.
Do you believe you beat the best lightweight in the world?
¿Tú piensas que tú le ganaste al mejor peso ligero en el mundo?
La gente lo sabe, yo lo sé, todo el mundo lo sabe quién ganó. Y lo hice también por México y para México. Yo creo que el mejor peleador es Floyd Mayweather, que ahorita, bueno, ya anunció su retiro, pero bueno, nosotros estamos todavía vigentes aquí.
Yes, absolutely. He was the best lightweight. We knew that what we had to do. We fought for the Mexican people. We're so happy. The best fighter is Floyd Mayweather, but I'm now the best.
Well, Juan, let's take a look at the knockout now. See if you can take us through it.
Dinos lo que pasa.
Bueno, yo creo que ahí ya Joel se había levantado de una queda que estaba mal.
He was just got up from when he was bad.
Lo seguimos, lo conectamos bastante bien.
And we connected real well.
Y fue donde se fue a la lona.
And that's when he went down.
Golpes contundentes.
Real hard punches. That was the end.
Sí.
Were you surprised he got up the first time?
¿Te sorprendió que se paró la primera vez?
No, yo creo que Joel Casamayor es un gran peleador y no me sorprendió. Yo sabía que se iba a levantar y esta pelea iba a terminar hasta las últimas consecuencias.
No, it didn't surprise me. He was a great fighter. I knew that he would get up. We figured this is going to be a tough fight till the end.
Early in the fight, it looked like he was pressing it a little bit and that he was actually getting things to go in the way he wanted them to go. How did you change it?
Al principio de la pelea parecía que él estaba haciendo bien y entonces luego tú cambiaste. ¿Cómo lo cambiaste?
Yo creo que yo dije que esta pelea iba a ganar el más inteligente y el que trajera mejor condición. Yo empecé a golpearlo a la zona hepática y nos dio resultados buenos golpes.
Yeah, I knew that what was going on. I knew that this fight is going to be the more intelligent fighter, the one who fought the best, and it came about.
That's a new lightweight champion of the world, Barry.
Yeah, and an impressive one at that. And Juan Manuel Marquez with a very impressive victory against a very tough fighter in Joel Casamayor. He says he wants Manny Pacquiao once again. Well, it does seem like the road to Manny Pacquiao goes through his boss, Oscar De La Hoya. So we'll see what happens with all of that. But the future is still very bright for this 35-year-old champion, Juan Manuel Marquez. An impressive performance today against a very good fighter in Joel Casamayor. After about the third round, he really never let Casamayor back into the fight. And I think that was really the bottom line. It was a big right hand that started him down and another right hand that finished him off. An impressive performance from top to bottom. Let's go back up top right now to our host, Mario Lopez. Mario.
Yeah, guys, it was a great night of fighting. An exciting main event. I got to tell you, there was a lot more action than what I actually expected, them being both counterpunchers. But Marquez, being the true champ that he is, ended up figuring out Casamayor and stopped him in a tremendous fashion in that 11th round. Casamayor can hold his head up high. He fought valiantly. He fought tough. And a great night from knockouts from Victor Ortiz. We had Vernon Forrest coming back and reclaiming his championship belt. And, of course, Juan Manuel Marquez now can call himself a lightweight champion with his first true test. And he's a class act in the ring and a class act out of the ring. And there's many talented opponents that he can also face. Had a great time being your host tonight. Great time being a part of Golden Boy Promotions. And look forward to meeting with you guys in the future. So back to ringside, guys.
All right, we look forward to it, Mario. Thanks a lot. Taking care of business up top. And I think Juan Manuel Marquez took care of business down here.
No question about that, Barry. But you know, the fact of the matter is, some people are going to look at this and say, oh, Casamayor got old, he's 37. He didn't get old. He was not what he was. But part of the reason he wasn't what he was Juan Manuel Marquez. That was a guy who came to fight tonight. He wanted to make a statement. He didn't just want to win the fight. He wanted to say to Manny Pacquiao, you go chase De La Hoya if you want, but when you come back, I'm going to be here and I'm waiting for you.
Well, you know, you use the word statement. I think it's perfectly fair to say Juan Manuel Marquez certainly made a statement tonight. I think that can also be said about the winner of our fight before that. You know, Vernon Forrest, I thought, made a pretty good statement himself.
Oh, no question, Barry. With Forrest, again, everyone thought, well, maybe he's a shot fighter because he lost the more in the first fight, and he came back and reversed everything, was dominant throughout the fight, made clear the difference between a contender and a champion, and he believes he can make a statement and make some money at 154 pounds, and he certainly looked like it tonight.
Well, I really think the whole night was statement-making. Everybody, we talk about the two guys in our two main events, Vernon Forrest and, of course, Juan Manuel Marquez making a very loud statement. I think Victor Ortiz made a statement, and I'll tell you what, I think Danny Perez made a little bit of a statement himself.
Well, what happened there, I think, is what you found out with Garcia, is he wasn't what they thought they were. So you saw one guy who turned out to not be the prospect they hoped. And in Victor Ortiz, you saw a guy who proved that he was what you thought he was going to be.
Yeah, Victor Ortiz, very impressive. He fought an outmatched Roberto Arrieta, but he got him out of there in a big hurry, and this is a guy with a huge upside.
Oh, you're going to hear a lot about him in the future. He's hoping to be fighting for a world title in the next 6 months to a year, and I think it's a name you better write down.
And Vernon Forrest, of course, the guy came with a briefcase tonight. He was all business right from the beginning, and he really never let more into the fight.
Well, you know, we hear all the time, I just had a bad night, I just had a bad night. But he wasn't kidding, and he made it a bad night this time for Sergio Mora.
And it was capped off by the performance of Juan Manuel Marquez as he did a great job with Joel Casamayor. Casamayor started off pretty well, but didn't end so well for him. And this is all about Marquez, I believe, and not so much about Casamayor.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, Marquez, you weren't sure he could move up to 135 pounds and be able to take the shots, and was his power going to come up with him? Well, you got all those questions answered. You were in there, he got hit with some big left hands, didn't matter, and when it came time to close the show, he did.
Well, it was a tremendous victory for Marquez, a tremendous night of boxing here at MGM, a tremendous promotion for Golden Boy Promotions. That is a wrap for us. We want to give a big thanks to our host, Mario Lopez, our great crew here, Frank Belmont, our producer, Mike Sheehan, our director, and, of course, my partner, Ron Borges. I'm Barry Tompkins. So long, everybody. We'll see you down the road. Tonight's Golden Boy promotion has been brought to you by MGM Grand, Maximum Vegas, by Tecate Beer, Cerveza con Character, by Cazadores Tequila, the one with the deer on it, by Affliction, Affliction Clothing, By Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. And by HBO Pay-Per-View, the best in pay-per-view entertainment, brought to you by HBO. We'd like to thank the following internet partners: AOL, AOL Latino, ESPN.com, ESPNDeportes.com, FoxSports.com, and Univision.com.